I am the Namer, guardian of the names of power. Before your world even existed, my people were an ancient race. Now they are gone, and only I remain, keeper of my people's history. Across the endless tracts of space have I traveled, to return to the planet of my birth, Zoidstar. Though my people perished long ago, and their cities were buried by the shifting sands, the machines remain. It is these that have brought me here to perform the last act of the Zoidarian race, the giving of the names of power. When my race was young and had an interest in the affairs of the galaxy, they built the machines, mighty engines of destruction which gave the power of life and death over the other creatures in the galaxy. The Zoidarians turned their gaze outward and laid waste to 1,000 star systems with their machines, their Zoids. But ruling a galaxy was not enough for the Zoidarians. It was not the conquests, but the battles they enjoyed. And though all intelligent life trembled in the shadow of the Zoids, my people battled on, machine against machine, Zoidarian against Zoidarian, in the further pursuit of glory. Zoidarian lives were needlessly sacrificed to the god of battle, and the race dwindled in numbers until the elders outlawed the Zoid duels. But they couldn't outlaw the Zoidarian love of combat. The Zoidarian pilots of the giant war machines were replaced by androids, and thus the heroic combat could continue without threat to Zoidarian life. Too late came the order. Too late to save a once mighty race from extinction, and now only I remain. Only I and the Zoids. And though my people created the Zoids, I have no power to control them. For the war machines have become the living embodiment of the Zoidarian thirst for combat, with lives and wills of their own. They exist only to fight, to ensure that their heroic combat lasts for all eternity. Now I stand on the sand-blasted surface of a world I used to call home, high on a rock, scanning the horizon for some sign of movement, knowing that out there, behind the sand clouds, lurk the deadliest war machines in the universe. It begins!
Through the smoke of a shattered skyline, on a world where the steel beasts cry, Cosmozoid flies through the firestorm, with blue wings cutting the sky. Laser thunder from heaven hits, golden pilot in the storm's eclipse. He's the fury in the final fight, screaming vengeance through the night. Steel wings and iron fury, blue guardian prime won't fall. Our Zoidstar's broken battle blades, we rise when the heroes call. Cosmozoid and Zoid charge, with hearts of chrome and flame. Against red horse mutual legions, we conquer swords and name. Rolling hard comes tank Zoid's might, box of doom with guns alight. Spiked wheels crush the blood-red clown, with engines howling war's delight. Blue flare, a battle cry, cannons flash as lasers fly. On the peak of Zoidstar's war, these titans fight forevermore. necks on dust, their mission forged in steel and trust. Cosmic engines burning bright, blue guardians bring the fight. Hot steel wings and iron fury, marching with the Zoidstar sun. Two warriors, one sacred cause, to see this war undone. Cosmozoid with skybound rage, tanks were crushing through the cage. For mighty SUBTITLES command, they take their final stand. Still fire remains, their gold never happens, breaking chains. Our fights will never yield or run, till the battle's won. Our fights will never yield or run, till the battle's won. Fire in their veins, golden pilots breaking chains. Zoids will never yield or run till the battle's won. Our voice will never yield or run till the battle's won. Our voice will never yield or run till the battle's won. Fire in their veins, golden pilots breaking chains. Zoids will never yield or run till the battle's won. Our voice will never yield or run till the battle's won. Our voice will never yield or run till the battle's won. Atomic giants rise from lying grounds, blue guardians down the heart, lights and fury in the sky. Zoids leads the iron prime. Roar of thunder, sound of storm, door stand steady, battle floor. Blue guardians fight for peace, red muses stir the beat.
It is the never-ending battle between red and blue Zoids. It has been waged for centuries. It rages still, with no end in sight. I, the Namer, last of the Zoidarians, guardian of the names of power, keeper of the legend of heroic combat, have spoken.